MAZUMA TV back in the building, man. What's going on, y'all? Shout out to MAZUMA Nation. I'm back with another one. All right, y'all. Since we coming into a whole new weekend, by the way, I hope everybody's having a blessed weekend. Blessed week. Hope y'all having a blessed day as well. Let's really talk about Jaron Boots Ennis, his performance against Romain Villa, and what's potentially next for him. But before I get into that, shout out to Romain Villa, man. His heart, his determination, his grit was on full display this night. By the 5th, 6th round, you already knew that there was levels apart, and Romain could have easily found a way out, but he did it. He continued to fight. He bit down on his mouthpiece, and he gave it everything he had. So we wouldn't have had the performance that we wouldn't have seen the great performance Boots had if it wasn't for Romain Villa, and we wouldn't have seen such an entertaining fight if it wasn't for Romain Villa. So shout out to him, man. But anyways, yeah, let's talk about Jaron Boots Ennis' performance, man. Regarding this performance, that man gave you everything. He checked off every box, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It was a great, well-rounded performance. He gave you a great jab, especially from the beginning. The way he was stabbing downstairs and stabbing up top, it reminded me of when Floyd fought Corrales. You know what I'm saying? He was constantly stabbing to the body. Boots has a very he has long arms, man. So when he gets that jab off, it's hard to try to close the gap. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell Romain had a lot of trouble doing so. And if you watch that first round, Romain didn't get a single shot off until like 2 minutes into the round, you know what I mean? And these is 3-minute increments. So, yeah, it was an amazing jab that Boots displayed. He kind of drifted away from the jab as the rounds went on, but I honestly think that was because he felt Villa's power at one point in time, and he just didn't respect it, so he started taking more chances. You know what I mean? But great jab. What impressed me most about Boots was, it was a lot of things, but his conditioning as well. He let you know that he is in tip-top shape. He stopped Romain in the 10th round, and it still looked like he had a full gas tank. I didn't really see his stamina decrease significantly throughout the fight. I didn't see him get tired to catch a second win. It was just straight gas the whole time. The hand speed was amazing. The combination punching was amazing. Body shots, the accuracy, how comfortable he was, how secure he was in his defense on the inside. When he was in close quarters against a hard puncher like Villa, he stood relaxed, and he looked at, he seen every shot Romain was throwing and was able to defend effortlessly. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he got hit with some shots, but when you take as much chances as Boots does at a solid level that Villa's at, you're going to get hit with certain shots. And he responded well, showed a pretty solid chin. He stood up to some big shots that Villa would throw here and there. It was an amazing performance, man. So with all of that considered, what's the next for Jaron Boots Ennis, man? In all honesty, just like any other fan in the boxing game, obviously you want to see him fight the Earl Spencers and the Terrence Crawfords of the world, you know, even the Keith Thurmans and the Dennis Ugas. But the dilemma that's going on right now is that these guys are fighting each other, from what I understand. Obviously, Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford are fighting July 29th. That's not too far from now. And then that's about 2 weeks or some change from now. And then, from what I'm hearing, there's a rumor going around that Keith Thurman might fight Dennis Ugas by the end of this summer or early fall. So, because these guys are fighting each other, who's left out of the top guys to get into the ring with Boots Ennis? Because he did say that he wants to fight by the end of the year. So, the only name that really stands out in my head that would make sense for Boots to fight right now is Stanionis. And that was a name that he had mentioned after the fight. And I say that because he was supposed to fight Virgil Ortiz on 3 separate occasions. 2 of them, I believe, was on Virgil Ortiz's end with his health issues, and I believe 1 was because Stanionis had some type of surgery he needed to do or something along those lines. So Stanionis has been out for a little bit. I know he been through those training camps, so he's not necessarily rusty. And I know that boy need a check. You know what I'm saying? That's just all I know. So with that being said, why not see Jaron Ennis versus Stanionis? It's a great fight. Stanionis is a tough, rugged dude, aggressive, with some good pop, similar to Romain Villa, but I believe Stanionis is just a notch above Villa, in all honesty. So it'll be a good fight, man. I think this is another opponent who's honestly tailor-made for Jaron Ennis, but for the sake of him just being busy and building his resume, why not? I love the fight, man. Love that fight against Stanionis. If Keith Thurman and Dennis Ugas don't come to some sort of agreement, then obviously I would prefer either one of those guys as well. Both of them guys are former world champions. One former unified world champion, and one who was a former WBA world champion who beat guys like Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? And I thought he beat Sean Porter as well, but that's just my opinion. At the end of the day, the only big notable win that Dennis Ugas has that stands out to me is Manny Pacquiao, and essentially retired Manny Pacquiao. So I like those 3 fights for Ennis, but it seems like the one that's gonna be the most likely is Stanionis. So congratulations to Boots, man. I got a real good relationship with Bozy. I love Bozy, man. I love learning from him. Boots definitely got I wouldn't say I have a relationship with Boots, but every time we see each other, it's all love, man. I love what they're doing for Philly right now. I'm grateful to be around somebody like Bozy who's only ever a call away. You know what I'm saying? And if I have any questions, the questions that I did had in the past, he probably don't remember it, but he answered, and it stuck with me since then. He has a significant impact on my training career and stuff along those lines. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to the Ennis family. I wish them nothing but the best. I hope Boots stays focused, doesn't derail his career in any sort of way. And he just seems like he's in love with the sport of boxing. So I hope that stays like that. And I'm wishing nothing but blessings and positivity among them. So, but that's my video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Jaron Boots Ennis. How does he fare at the top of the 147 division? What do you think of a potential fight against either of those guys that I mentioned? The Spence, the Buds, the Stanionis, the Stanionises of the world, the Keith Thurmans, the Dennis Ugas. Let me know, man. This is MAZUMA TV. Shout out to everybody who clicked and watched the video. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'm going to try to be as consistent as possible. And I'm out.